and say. Have you got a few minutes? I've been thinking a lot about us. As a matter of fact, the other night, I asked God to show me where I have been failing. And He gave me a pretty good list. And I have asked God to forgive me. And if you've got a few minutes, I'd like to share these with you. And I'd like to ask if you can find in your heart that you forgive me. Because I really want to be a better spouse. Wow. Now you share that with people. And they may ask you a few questions. One lady said to me, no, she said, I understand what you're saying. And I understand what Jesus meant to get the beam out of your own eye. She said, but Dr. Chapman, I don't think you quite understand my situation. She said, what if your husband really is the problem? And I said, okay. Let's assume for a moment that your husband is 95% of the problem. Now that would only leave 5% for you. You wouldn't say that you're perfect. Oh no, she said, no one's perfect. You know, everyone agrees to that, no one's perfect. Well, if we're not perfect, we're imperfect, right? So let's just say that you're only 5% imperfect and he's 95% imperfect. What I'm saying is the place for you to start is with your 5%. You see, folks, the reality is she cannot confess his sins. If you could confess other people's sins, I would get out of the teaching business. I'd go into the confessing business. I'd walk my neighborhood, door by door, and I'd confess their sins. I'd get the whole city converted. The reality is, none of us can confess other people's sins.